All right, welcome to the Austin Home and Garden Show. This is a webinar for exhibitors to hopefully help you to be prepared for the show and answer any questions that you might have. And we want to make sure that you have as successful a show as you possibly can. So we provide this webinar to help with that. If there are any questions, our contact information is going to be available. My name is Dave Mon. I'm the show manager, and Lupe Marino, who's the assistant show manager. We are your hosts today for this webinar. We want to thank our sponsors and partners for the show. These are our sponsors: Austin Water Solutions, Expo Home Improvement, Foundation Support Specialists, Iron Door Works, and Homelight. So thank you for your sponsorship. If you're interested in sponsorship opportunities, please reach out to me. We still have the presenting show sponsorship available. That is a sponsorship that allow you to be on everything. Your logo would be everywhere that we advertise the show. Online ticket sponsor, you can basically, we offer a $2 discount for anyone who purchases tickets online rather than at the box office, and that would be compliments of your company. You can also ask a couple questions of people who are purchasing tickets. Like, let's say you're an HVAC company and you wanted to ask a question like, are you interested in HVAC service or getting a bid on HVAC service, or something like that? You could ask those questions and then we would share the feedback from that. So that's available. Valet sponsor, entrance sponsor. So if you wanted to talk with every single person, maybe hand them a bag or a flyer or something like that right at the door as people come in, you can do that. And then also the aisle sponsors. You'll see several 4 aisle sponsors in this upcoming show. So there's the sign and logo right underneath the aisle sign on every one of the aisles. Anyone who has a booth space in the show can purchase one of those. So if you're interested in those, I find that, especially if you're in an industry or category that there's a lot of competition, it can be a great way to stand out from your competitors. So please let me know if you're interested in sponsorship opportunities. So this is your team. And at Marketplace Events, our mission is to create vibrant marketplaces connecting enthusiasts with experts, products, and services in dynamic face-to-face environments. So we have 4 sales representatives on our team, and the 4 are Laura Martin, Lucy Ferguson, Curtis Brown, and Paul Grazda. And then Lupe Marino is the assistant show manager, and me, Dave Mon, I am the show manager. So you can see I'm the one with the great hair there at the end. Today's agenda. So we're going to talk a little bit about tickets, parking, entrances or entrance, move in, move out, marketing, booth setup and rules, and then some tips and tricks on how to have a successful show. This year, as all of us know, we're running a show during COVID, and there are a few things that we need everyone to be aware of. First is masks are required in the county, and because it is a city-owned facility, they are requiring masks. So Austin Convention Center is requiring masks. So show staff, exhibitors, attendees, facility staff, we're not gonna have any fights with anyone over masks or anything like that, but it is something that we're asking all exhibitors to wear masks, and attendees will be asked to wear masks as well. A few things just to keep in mind: if you feel sick or if one of your employees feels sick, please stay home. We don't want to share that sickness with everyone else. Cover coughs and sneeze into the bend of your arm, not in your hand. Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. No handshaking, hugs, high fives, or fist bumps. Wash hands, use hand sanitizer prior to entering the venue. Before or after blowing your nose, coughing or sneezing, after using the restroom, before eating or preparing food, etc. Use good hygiene practices such as frequent hand washing for at least 20 seconds. We also understand that there could be times where you have to have an unmanned booth because maybe someone calls up and says, look, I can't make it to the show because I'm sick, or something like that. We understand that. Normally it's something we wouldn't want, but we try to be accommodating, obviously, during this time. So if you do have a situation like that, please just let us know, but we will be understanding of those types of situations. This year, we're excited that Clint Harp will be presenting on the stage and helping us to promote the show. So he'll be doing a lot of TV and radio interviews prior to the show, as well as on site. He's a pretty good celebrity, especially for Texas. And so we feel really strongly that he's going to help us to bring people in that want to see him present on our stage. With that, I think I'll just turn it over to Lupe so that she gets a chance to talk. Loops.
I love when I get a chance to talk. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
So I just want to go over a few things: ticket prices, show hours, just some general information. Adult ticket prices are $10 at the box office. And as Dave mentioned earlier, they do save $2 if they buy online. So that would be $8 online. Seniors is $8, but we only offer that ticket at the box office. So senior ticket cannot be purchased on the website. Children 16 and under are free. This year's show hours are a little bit different than previous years. So Friday, we're open from noon to 8, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 11 to 6. Dave, if you would.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So exhibitor ticket changes. We are utilizing a new platform to distribute tickets to you guys for you to be able to distribute tickets to your customers. You all should have received an email yesterday, and if you did not, please feel free to reach out to me and I'm happy to resend it. But you should have received an email yesterday with instructions to log into your exhibitor ticket portal. Here's kind of an example of what it would look like once you set up your portals. It's very simple. It's an email, name, and I believe a phone number, and voila, you are all set. The picture on the left will show you kind of what it looks like once you're set up. You can add your logo, you can invite an individual contact, or you can import a list of individuals if you'd like. As you see, it'll show you how many you sent, if any were fulfilled, and then those that were redeemed. We obviously won't have any redeemed until the show weekend. So after that weekend, you can go in and see who redeemed those tickets, and that's a great lead list if you ask me. If you see the bottom there, there's a test with my email that I test sent out, a quantity of 2, fulfilled 2, and again, 0 redeemed because the show hasn't happened yet. So we currently are testing that in Salt Lake and it went really well. So we're now doing it for Austin. So again, if you did not receive that email, please feel free to let me know and I'm happy to resend it. It's really cool. Once you're sending those emails, you can decide how many of your 20 tickets that we send you want to give to everyone. You can give them 1, 2, 20, however many you'd like. Put in their contact info and you can add an individual note to each one. Invite them to your booth, a specific time. If you set an appointment with them, however you would like to word that, you absolutely can do that. Dave? Perfect. Parking. Parking at the Austin Convention Center can be challenging. There are several parking garages around the area, of course, street parking, anywhere you can find it. Different parking rates. So you're about $5 for every 2 hours, $10 for 8 hours. We'd love for you to be with us, 12 plus hours because, well, we're working the show, right? So we have parking on 2nd Street. There's a parking garage there, 5th Street. And I believe we have some more. Dave, next slide.
Next slide.
Next slide.
Okay, I guess.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. So some additional parking. We have premier parking, just some surface lots over on Trinity Street. It's a quick little 7-minute walk. Some more parking on American Center, One American Center. Premier parking, again, some surface lots. Metropolitan parking. They have a garage and some surface lots. And then we do suggest you can ride the Metro rail as well. And you don't really have to deal with parking. So that is super convenient. Next slide. Awesome. So the entrance and exit will be in the same area. It's just the main entrance to the building there. You'll find the box office there as well, which will be located inside the box office this year. So same entrance, same exit. You'll pick up your badges, your exhibitor badges, which will be kind of your golden ticket to get in and out of the show all 3 days. So you'll pick those up during move-in at the show desk, which will be in the pre-function area next to meeting room 2. So you'll find some lovely person there ready to help you. If you haven't picked up your badges and it is now a show day, you can find your badges at will call starting at 11 a.m. on Friday. So you'll just go over to will call, let them know what company you're with, and they'll have a badge ready for you. Will call can also be used for the attendees. So if you have some tickets that you printed out yourself or any type of something you'd like to leave for them, you can leave it there at will call. Again, if you haven't picked up your badge during move-in, 11 a.m. Friday, you can find it at will call. And that will call will be open throughout all 3 days of the show. Thank you. Temporary food licensing and sampling. If you are a food or beverage vendor, the city and venue require for you to purchase a food and beverage permit. You must first get your food and or beverage approved by us, the show management, and by the venue. So the Austin Convention Center would have to approve it as well. Once that's approved, there is a $114 permit fee that will be paid to Marketplace. And then we will purchase that food permit for you and issue it to you once we get them on Friday. And that will need to be posted in your booth, visible to the public. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and we can walk you through it. Move in. So we have a 2-day move in, Wednesday, Thursday. Move in will begin at 8 a.m. on Wednesday for that green section, all the way to 7 p.m. The orange section, we'll have Thursday move in beginning at 8 a.m. all the way to 7, but we are limiting drive-in after 2 p.m. so we can get some carpet rolled down. If you need to come after 2, please reach out. We're happy to work with you. We definitely obviously want to make it easy for you to set up your booth. So just let us know in advance and we can absolutely work with you after 2. If you don't need to drive in, then hand carry and cart would be the preferred method. And then as far as move out, on Sunday, we do close at 6. So for the first 2 hours, we won't be allowing any drive-in. We're going to ask that you hand carry and cart out any small items that you can, or any of you smaller booths that don't need to drive in, just hand carry and cart out. And that will allow the decorator Gems to be able to roll up the carpet and get it out of everyone's way so that we can allow drive-in. So if you can, keep off the aisle carpet during move out as much as you can. Try to pack up and get your booth ready inside your space and let Gems roll up that carpet. The sooner they can get it up, the sooner we can let you guys drive in. Next slide. Kind of covered that already. So just to reiterate, no drive-in before 8 unless the carpet is rolled up, but just plan on 8. So if you want to go and have dinner and come back, that is also a-okay. You can definitely do that. And if you can hand cart and carry, please, by all means, feel free to do that as well. Move out will end, I believe, at 9. Dave, 9?
On Sunday, yes.
Yes, 9.
9 p.m.
Yeah, 9 on Sunday, and then it will resume Monday morning, 8 a.m. to about 11 a.m. So we need to have the whole space cleared out by 11 a.m. on Monday. So if you have any issues or time constraints, please try to work around that time frame. And if you absolutely cannot, please let us know and we can figure out what we can do about that together. Any questions? You can reach out to Dave or myself. Here are our emails and phone numbers. So it's davem@mpeshows.com or lupeM@mpeshows.com. You will notice 801-456-7483 for Dave and 801-456-7487 for myself. Those are office lines. Please don't text those numbers. We will not receive them, but you can email us or give us a call anytime.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
So how we market the show. So one thing that I think is really important for everyone to understand is we really take marketing the show and spending money towards marketing the show really seriously. As you can see, we spend for this show, we've got a budget of $107,999. It's so close to 108,000 that it just should be, but anyway. We advertise through TV, radio, billboards, digital. We really have OTT ads, which are, you know, Hulu TV or Sling, YouTube ads. We really try to get the word out to everyone in Austin about the show and advertise the need for people to come to the show to see our exhibitors. So that's something we really take seriously and spend a lot of time and effort and money in. We also have a virtual showroom on our website, and that is something that we have always had a virtual exhibitor listing, but now it's a virtual showroom. So if you actually go onto our website, you can, someone who just wants to attend the show and wants to, let's say they saw one of you exhibitors at the show and they couldn't remember who they were, they could go in and go to the virtual showroom on the website, click on, let's say it was flooring, click on the flooring, and it would show the flooring booths and the flooring companies. That is something that everyone who buys a booth gets to take part in the virtual showroom. However, you do need to go and set up your digital exhibitor profile. Otherwise, it'll just be, you know, basically your company name. There'll be very little information. But if you go in and actually go put in your website a show special, if you were offering some kind of show special, people love that. And we typically see really good results from that. So if you're doing something for the show special, that's great to advertise that and put that on there, because there will be people that will come, maybe not even come to the show, but they'll go to the virtual showroom and find you there. So it's really important that you have that set up. If you don't remember if you have it set up, or if you you don't remember ever doing it, you can let us know, send a message to us or your sales representative, and we'll be able to send you a link so that you can go in and get that set up, add your logo, add your website, add the show special, all of that kind of stuff. So please make sure you check on that, because it can be really a great source of leads for you. Again, there's our contact information if you have any questions. And Lupe is always really good at responding. Me, I take forever. No, not really. But these are our emails and our phone numbers. Loops, I think it's you again.
Look at that. All right. So just some tips to exhibit like an expert, some exhibit space do's. Woo, say that 10 times. Please make sure you are covering your entire booth space. So we do ask that you have floor covering. It can be carpet, it can be the sponge floors that you will find in gyms. As long as it's covered professionally and looks good and clean, we're pretty much okay with whatever you have. Remnant from Home Depot, that also will work. Please make sure you are only conducting business inside of your contracted space, not in the aisles or in the lobby. So please stay in your space. If you have any tables, we do ask that you skirt all 4 sides so we don't see the legs, and kind of go all the way down to the ground with those. Any signs that you might have, professionally made always looks better. Handwritten signs are just not that aesthetically pleasing. So please no handwritten signs, and get those made. And again, we ask that you do staff your booth during the show. As Dave mentioned earlier, we understand we are in a COVID world. And if there is, for some reason, someone not feeling well and can't show up, we understand that there may be some booths that are unmanned given these circumstances. So that'll be okay for this show. Some electrical do's and don'ts. Just make sure that you're using the electrical properly. Don't daisy chain or use your neighbor's power if you didn't pay for any. We'd like to make sure you have a surge protector and you have the approved ground, just as safe as we can to avoid any types of electrical fires there. And so you'll see some examples of good use of surge protector type, what are those called? Extension cords, and some bad ones. And here's some information on any exhibitor services that you might need. So if you need to order electrical, gas, water, phone, internet, sign hanging, or again, for any food selling, food and beverage selling, you'll want to contact and order directly from the Austin Convention Center. You can find that information on your exhibitor kits. If you go to our websites, austinhomeandgardenshow.com, scroll to the bottom, it'll say exhibitor kit. Click on that, and you will find quick links to all of your ordering sites for the Austin Convention Center, as well as GEMS, your decorator for the show. So if you need any furnishings, booth cleaning, if you need to order or rent carpet because you don't want to buy any signs, graphics, you need forklift services, any type of manual labor, that kind of thing, you'll want to contact GEMS directly. And you can find their ordering link as well on that exhibitor kit page. So just to reiterate, some of those do's and don'ts, you do have 8-foot drape in the back and 3-foot drape on the sides. So we ask you don't exceed that 8-foot height with your display. Unless you're in a really large booth, like a 20 by 20 or larger, or along the perimeter wall with approval from either Dave or myself, you can go above 8 feet only under those 2 circumstances. If you are going to have any hard walls, we ask that you finish them on both sides. So we're not seeing any of the framing or any of that exposed, just kind of unsightly thing for your neighbors and or the public to see. So please just make sure you finish both sides. And again, if you need any electric tables, chair, that kind of thing, please make sure you contact the building, Austin Convention Center, or GEMS, your decorator.
Awesome. Thanks, Loops.
Of course, back to you.
So one of the big things that Lupe and I, we've done a lot of home shows, and we've seen a lot of home shows in different places, different areas of the country. And there's a few things that really stand out for those that are successful. Some exhibitors I've known, that's the only advertising and marketing that they do is home shows. And typically they'll get enough from a show that'll last them 6 months or longer until there's another show again. And the things that I've learned and found from some of those is, one, booth location matters. So where you are on the floor matters. If you are in a prime location, a corner space is always better than an inline space. If you're in a high traffic area as opposed to a lower traffic area, obviously that's going to have a major impact. So the earlier you book your booth space, the better chance you have of having a really good location. The next is to be approachable in your booth space. If you're sitting there eating, or if you're obviously on another phone call, or if you just look grumpy, you probably aren't going to see a lot of customers. If you smile at people, you're engaging, you're friendly, you're outgoing, that's going to have a huge impact. One of the things that's always so frustrating to me is that we'll have owners of a company who book the booth space and set up their booth space, and then they have other people work the space, and those people are not any of those things. They're not approachable. They don't smile. Instead, they're eating in their booth space, or they're talking on the phone the whole time, or they're just playing around on their phone. And then the owner of that company who set up the booth space is frustrated, and I always have to tell them, well, the person that you had hired to work the booth was not someone who was approachable. So that has a huge impact. I would say that there's more of an impact on your sales in a show from the people that work the space than there is on the look of the space. So if you go and you spend $20,000 building a booth space and then have someone who is not good at sales working your booth space, you almost in a way wasted that money. It is far more important for you to get qualified people working the space. Not that I'm saying that booth spaces aren't important, because they are. If you have a really nice booth space and you have someone who really knows what they're doing and is approachable and friendly in that booth space, you're going to have success. It's as simple as that. So I can't stress how important it is to have someone who knows how to sell. And that person typically is someone who will consult the people that they speak with. So if I'm a kitchen remodeler, I want to be a consultant. I want to be an expert. I want to be able to help them with their needs, as opposed to simply, well, we remodel your kitchen for $20,000. Okay, that doesn't really help me. But oh, why are you interested in remodeling your kitchen? And learning about the prospect and building a relationship with them. If you could do that, obviously your sales are going to go way up. Asking questions and listening to what people say, and then having a goal and measure the success. One of the things that's always so frustrating to me is that I'll talk to exhibitors who say, yeah, I don't know what I got from that show. And I always think, how do you not know? Like, you're not tracking it in any way. You don't have any goals. You don't have anything that you're measuring. I would always highly recommend and encourage our exhibitors to have a goal, have things that they're measuring to determine the success of the show. And then one of the other most frustrating things is how few of our exhibitors actually follow up with people. Now, I get it. We're busy. You know, I probably have never talked with as many exhibitors lately as I have now that are telling me how busy they are, that they have so much work. So I get it. I understand that, but make sure that you follow up with people. If I go and I talk with someone at the show and then I don't ever get followed back up with, I'm probably going to end up going and purchasing from someone else. So it's so important for us to be able to just follow back up with people. And if you will follow some of these things, if you will be approachable in your booth space, set up a nice booth space, follow those rules that Lupe went over, act as a consultant rather than a salesperson, ask good questions and listen to what people tell you, set a goal and measure it, and then follow up. There's no way you can't be successful in the show. That's just a recipe for success. So obviously, like I said early on, this exhibitor webinar was intended to help you to be successful in the show. I feel like we've gone through some things. Hopefully we've answered some of the questions that you have. If you have any other questions, please reach out and let us know. Make sure you use those tickets that we send out to you. If you have any trouble with them, please let us know. We're happy to help you. That's intended to help you to get your customers and friends and family to come out to the show. So please use them. Our show office, we are open Wednesday and Thursday during move-in. We'll be there from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Friday, we'll be there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you have any questions, if there's anything that you need, please don't hesitate to come to the show office. We're there to help. We want you to have a very successful show. And so we will be there to help and support you. Like I said, any other questions, please reach out to us. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, and we will see you soon.
See you soon.